Hey everyone, I'm later than usual this month, even for me, but I had a load of life things that needed to take priority. I thought I'd mix it up a little bit with this month's Humble Choice video and do the games in order of how much I actually enjoyed them or got into them. The first three I flat out just didn't like, but the rest were pretty good. First up, in last place, is Snowtopia. This is a management sim where you build a ski resort, but I really didn't have the patience to really play it. I just didn't feel the tutorial was very clear and the controls annoyed me, so I stopped playing it almost immediately. It might be okay for management fans, but I just couldn't even force myself to get started. Next up is Children of Silentown. This is a fairly pretty point and click, but I got annoyed very early on by the way the text appears and overall feel of the gameplay. It kind of felt like I was deliberately being held back or blocked, and I just didn't enjoy that. I may return to it because I do like point and clicks and just give it more of a fair go, but for now I don't really have the time to spend on something that might stop being annoying eventually. Oaken is a pretty looking tactical turn-based roguelike. I accidentally skipped the tutorial and got the achievement for finishing the tutorial that apparently only 66.2% of players have. It took a minute to work out you have to spend points to face what you want to attack, which seemed like an unnecessary punishment, so I just didn't get into the gameplay, and I don't like turn-based at the best of times. I can kind of see why 1/3 of players don't even make it out of the tutorial though. Now we come to the games I actually did like. There Is No Light is a hack and slash RPG that really could use a minimap, as you seem to spend most of the time early on walking around trying to find where you're expected to be going. Once you get to the actual gameplay, it's great. It plays really well on Steam Deck, so I'll be playing it a bunch on there. Next is Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed, which is a remake of the 2006 game which originally came out on PlayStation and the original Xbox. It's entertaining and seems to be best enjoyed, for me at least, on Steam Deck. It's still kind of fun, especially if you like the series, but some of the game mechanics and level layouts expose that this game was made nearly 2 decades ago for consoles in their final year of life before the release of the PS3 and the Xbox 360. That shallowness may mean that I only play it a little bit more before uninstalling it, but for now, it's enjoyable.
Don't screw with me, Jerry!
Beacon Pines is a cute adventure game. You find charm words by examining objects in the world, and then at junctions in the story you can use those words to branch in one of a number of directions. A little bit like choose your own adventure books. There's a nice concept for implementing the branching story mechanics that many games seem to enjoy these days. I'll most likely return to it at some point soon, but for now there are other games ahead of it in the queue. So now we're down to the final 2 games. In second place is Scorn, a horror puzzler inspired by Giger, Lovecraft, Beksiński and notes of Clive Barker. Scorn is creepy from the offset and has you biomeching and body horroring yourself to survive and solve puzzles. I'm really hoping I get time this month to play through it. From what I gather, it's about 6 hours long, so that should be doable. And finally we have Life is Strange True Colors. This is the 3rd game in the series, and while the plots are probably not related, I won't play too much of this month, as I've finally started to play the first 2 after having them in my queue for years. In this installment you play Alex Chen, who after years in a group home after her parents' death is finally reunited with her brother Gabe in the sleepy mining town of Haven. She seems to have these strange empathic powers to read people's emotions, and soon weird stuff happens that needs investigation. As with the previous 2 installments, this is an excellent 3D adventure and really enjoyable to play. Very much my kind of game, and one that I can play on Steam Deck from the comfort of a sofa or anywhere I happen to be.
I'm Ryan.
That's it. 5 good games, and 3 that are not really for me but still decent in their own right. Scorn and True Colors make it worth the purchase, but the rest of the titles are an interesting diversion for whenever I have a few hours to kill. Apologies again for the lateness of this video. If you somehow liked it, please feel free to subscribe or drop a comment, and if you disagreed with me in any capacity, then we can have a chat about that too. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video.